What's going on? What's up? What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Update. Yo. And we are in the building. What up? What up? What up? It's your boy. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to What's Up Wednesdays. Hope you guys have been having a good weekend. And yeah, first thing I want to do is make sure we got good audio, make sure our video's good. Y'all know how we do it on here. I want to shout out to everybody who's in the building. I definitely had to move What's Up Wednesdays to 2 weeks, man. You guys are killing me every week. It was good to come and talk to you guys like every week and stuff, man. But yeah, that every week thing was kind of just like really taking a toll on me, and I had to really I'm still doing videos and still getting content out and still doing photo shoots and everything. So I kind of had to manage that. So I was like, yeah, I can't do this every week. So yo, what's going on, man? I'm back. It's been a minute since I talked to y'all. What's up, man? Feel this 2 week thing. I don't know if I can get used to this, but it's for the better, man. It takes a lot of like not really stress because I'm not doing nothing but coming on here, chopping it up with you guys, answering your questions, anything that you may have, but trying to get, things together. It's almost like a teacher with a lesson plan. You got to prepare for stuff like that. So I got to make sure I'm giving you the best of me every time you guys see me. So, yo, what's good? We got a few announcements to make before we get into today's What's Up Wednesday. I don't have my coffee or my chicken, so I apologize, but I promise you the next one I will have my chicken and my coffee and my grape drink. So, but anyway, who's up in the building? What's going on? We got John Gessups in the building. What's happening, fam? We got Bike Freaks STL. You in St. Louis? Is that St. Louis? What's up, B? What's up, B Weezy? Get out like that. We got Square Photos in the building. We got good audio and good video. Thank you for that, because I got to make sure that you guys can hear me very good, because I paid a lot for this setup. Let me hear. We got Jermaine in the building. What's up? Starting off with a glitch this time. Nah, man, I had to I had to get some things together. Hello from Wisconsin. Green RC24 is in the building. Russell Green, what's cracking, homie? Ryan Lewis, the go. What's happening, man? Appreciate it. Shot with the Canon EOS-R and the Sigma 10514. Image is really sharp. I'm looking for wide angle lenses. Angle lens, would you recommend for me, please? Are you talking wide angle or ultra wide angle? The main wide angle lens that I use right now is the Tamron 17-28. It is an amazing, amazing, amazing lens. I cannot tell you how great that ultra wide angle lens is. So lightweight, but it's so sharp. It is so amazing. I've done 2 photo shoots with it. Go on my YouTube channel and check out those videos. They are amazing. John Guest, hello from Bloomington. What's good? Torres Hill, what's good? What's good with you? Yes, sir. And St. Louis is in the building. Curtis, what is up? Watching from Trinidad and Tobago. That's what I'm talking about, man. Big shout out. Appreciate you for tuning in. Lynn, I can't pronounce that, but yeah. Yo, so what's been going on, y'all? It's been like 2 weeks. I haven't talked to y'all. What's good? So let's get a few announcements out the way. So the first thing is I'll be going to Atlanta in 2 days. Guys, I'm coming down to Atlanta. You guys remember 2 weeks ago on the last What's Up Wednesday, I told you guys to give me another city to go to. And Atlanta won, so guess what? In 2 days, we are going down to Atlanta to have a big photo walk with some people down in Atlanta. So Atlanta photographers, there are still a few tickets left. So if you guys don't have your tickets to this photo walk, I highly suggest you get them. We have 5 dope models. 4 of the models are from Atlanta. They hooked up with me and said they wanted to be a part of the photo walk. And of course, Tamika is also going. So you guys will be able to see this dynamic model of mine. at the photo walk. So if you guys want to, chat up with Tamika, see, get some pointers, tips, even models, it'll be a great time to do it. But we got 5 models that are going to be at the Atlanta photo walk. It's going to be October the 19th, which is Saturday. It's from noon until 3 p.m. There are also VIP tickets that we got a few VIP tickets left, which means you get a 30-minute one-on-one session with me, with a model, to basically go over off-camera flash. I'm gonna go over stuff with you. I'm gonna go over the ins and outs, tell you what you can improve in, tell you what you can do better, show you how I do it. It's your opportunity to get one-on-one with me. So if you guys are around Atlanta, Florida, all those southern states down there, come out to the photo walk, man. We're gonna be in the building Saturday from 12 to 3, and we're gonna have a good time. So. After this What's Up Wednesday, I'm going to tell you guys the next city that I'm going to. I told you I'm not playing. They asked me to come to New York. I went to New York. They asked me to come to Atlanta. Guess what? This weekend I'm going to Atlanta. And after this What's Up Wednesday, I'm going to tell y'all where I'm going next, because I'm not playing. I told y'all this is what we're doing. I want to get out there. I want to meet you guys. I want to meet the photographers. I want to see what you guys are doing. I want to see what you guys bring to the table. I want to see how you guys work. And I just want to collaborate. I want to see how you guys are, how you guys live in your own cities, in your own states. So I'm liking this. I almost feel like a big traveling photographer, and I don't have no money. It's crazy. So whatever. All right. What else we got in here? Vancouver's in the building. What's going on, Curtis? New Light Creation Photography, VA. We got VA here. He's in my neck of the woods. What's going on with you? Hi from Vietnam. Yo, we got Vietnam in the building. What in the heck? I watch your channel and order the Easy Lock 34 beauty dish. Looking on how to set it up, light better results. Definitely. I got videos on light placement, on softbox, and how to set up your softbox, and some good distances from your model to your subject and everything. So definitely check out those videos also. Dre Bar Shots. What up, Cole? You know what I'm waiting on, the Fuji You waiting on that medium format versus the A7R4. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna take me a minute because those files, man, is crazy, but it's coming. Do you have a video on pricing your photo shoots? I do not, but I will tell you this. On one of my last What's Up Wednesday, I think it's about 2 or 3 What's Up Wednesdays ago. I don't remember the title. But maybe somebody who's been following me through my What's Up Wednesdays can actually tell you. But I went through a whole big spiel about how to price your photo shoots and why, as a professional photographer, I cannot tell you how to price your photo shoots, because the way you shoot and everything about your photography is not going to be the same as mine. I mean, when you charge, all that stuff has to go with, how you edit. How you shoot, the equipment that you have, and a lot of different things go into pricing, your experience, what you can do and what you can't do. So it's hard for me to give you my prices versus your prices. So that's something that nobody really should do. You base it on your experience, what you can and cannot do. It also has to go around your geographical location, so it's really, really important. If you live in South Dakota, modeling and things like that is not really big in South Dakota. So your pricing in that area versus California or Florida, somewhere where people are trying to get into modeling agencies, or New York, your pricing is going to be different than somebody who is in a high traffic area. So that's really, really important. So I can't really tell you that, but I can go over a few things with you about how to come up with some good pricing. But if you look back at my other What's Up Wednesdays, you will be able to see that. Boom. What else we got? Let's see here. What up, J Chan Photos from San Diego. We got the West Coast in the building. What's up? Washington State is in the building. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, Phil? Taurus Hills in the building. Make good sense. The Golden Man. I'm guessing that's love. I appreciate that. And DC is in the house. 7 cities, just 2 hours away. Definitely DC's in the house. All right, so my shout outs. Definitely wanted to get those things out the way. Also, my friend Q, you guys probably know him as Around Q on Instagram. Works for Sony. They're doing a big event on October the 24th to the 26th up in New York. It's going to be a nice event for videographers and photographers. So definitely go and check that out. It's going to be pretty dope. I wish I could go up to New York and be a part of that, but unfortunately I won't be able to because I'll still be in Atlanta. So, yeah. But anyway, what's going on, everybody? So what's up? Welcome to What's Up Wednesdays. As you guys have saw by the title, let's get into it. So if you guys have saw by the title, I wanted to come and talk to you guys about investing in yourself and investing in your craft. So this is going to be a really, really good subject for a lot of you guys. So I really want you guys to pay attention, listen to what I'm going to tell you, because it can really, really help your not only photography but also modeling. Also, if you guys are, I know there's a few models out there also. So this can really, really help you guys to, achieve those goals and not kind of break your bank. So the topic that I wanted to talk to you guys about today was actually investing in your craft. Now, I know there's a lot of photographers, especially in post. We spend a lot of money on photography. Photography is a very, very expensive craft, hobby, professionalism. It is a very, very expensive art to have. Camera bodies, lenses, batteries, upgrades, lenses, lighting, studio, everything. Photography is a very expensive, thing to have. The biggest thing with investing in your craft is this. You have to know first what are you trying to get out of photography? Is photography just a hobby to you? Do you see yourself doing this professionally for a very long time? Is it just something that you want to take pictures of the family with? I get a lot of messages from people saying, "Hey, I'm starting off in photography. What should I get? What should I buy? What should I be looking at? What kind of gear? What type of equipment should I be doing right now?" A lot of those things I really can't answer because I don't know your end goal. I don't know your end game. Is photography something that you see yourself doing for longevity? Is it something that you see yourself doing for a very long time? Do you want to become a professional photographer? Do you want to land contracts? Do you want to work for big companies, big magazine companies like, I don't know, Vogue and, Ellie and a lot of different things? Do you want to help out with modeling agencies? Do you want to be on TV shows? What do you want out of photography? And models. I'm going to tailor this to models and photographers. For my models, what are you trying to get out of modeling? And this is something that you photographers out there can actually show your models if they want this knowledge. This will be good for them also. But also for models, what are you getting out of modeling? What are you trying to do? What is your end goal? Are you just getting pictures for social media, so people can see you on Instagram and Facebook? Or are you actually trying to make a career out of modeling? Are you trying to get discovered? Are you going on go-sees? Are you trying to get with designers? Are you trying to become a model? You have to know your end goal. When I got started in photography, I've always had a passion for photography. It's been something that's always been burning me. I've always looked at freezing frames and capturing some amazing images. And it's for years, over 7-8 years, I've always wanted to capture and create something amazing. I've seen some of the craziest things in magazines and stuff, and I was like, wow, like I know I can do that. And it just basically blossomed from there. And as I started, I wanted to get better. I wanted to invest. I wanted to get better. I wanted to, invest. Then I wanted to get better again. And over time, I wanted to get the equipment, but I know when I got started in photography, I know I couldn't get to the point that I needed to be if I didn't invest in my craft. And that's what this is about. I get a lot of messages from people saying, hey, I have like a T2 or I have like a T3i, something. I want to try to get the same kind of pictures that you have. You have to invest in equipment that's a little bit better than a T3. Now, I'm not telling you go out there and buy like a 5D Mark IV or A7R4 or nothing like that. I'm telling you if photography is something that you are passionate about, if photography is something that you see yourself doing, that you really want to make into something, you have to invest. And investing is a tricky thing because people put themselves in so many holes, credit-wise, money-wise. It causes problems in relationships. It causes a lot of heartache. And the first thing you need to do is talk to your, significant other. Talk to your mate and tell them what your dream and passion is. Set your goals. Set your priorities. The first thing you want to get is a good body. Hey, I want to get into photography. And you have to go to them, look, hey, babe, I really want to get into photography. I got this passion. It's something I see all this work from all these different photographers, and it's just something. It is a hobby. It's something that I really want to get into. Set yourself a timeline. Set yourself a goal. I don't know how much money you make. I don't know what's in your bank account. I don't know what bills you have. But you have to have realistic goals. Start with a camera body. Invest in a good camera body. If you like Canon, if you like Fuji, Sony, Nikon, trying to get into a certain body, especially if you don't, especially if you don't know, you need to do research. You have to do research. Nikon, Sony, Fuji, Canon. Find a good body first. Don't invest in something that you're going to replace in like the next year. Don't go out and buy a T6 or a T5 knowing you're going to get better. As this thing becomes better, as it starts to build in you, you are going to want better equipment. And I never recommend somebody start as low as something like that. But you want to invest in something that's not going to break your bank, and it's not going to cause problems in your relationship. But you need to invest in something that you're going to have for a while, that's going to work for you, that is going to help you create some amazing images, and something that you can work with for a very long time. So that's the first thing. Start off with something, and you have to invest. So yeah, and then once you get that body, if you can get a lens, if depending on what your passion is as a photographer. Remember, photography is an umbrella of a lot of different things. You got landscape, you got portraits, you got nature, you got sports. Find out what your passion is, and you have to invest in that area of your passion. I am a portrait photographer. I started off as a portrait photographer, but I can do newborns, I can do weddings, I can do nature. I can do landscapes. I can do all that stuff after like 6 or 7 years now. But when I started off, I wanted to invest in one area. Start in one area. Stop trying to go outside and, do all these things before you actually learn. Start in one area and perfect that area, or at least get it to a point where you know your stuff before you start to branch out into other areas. Start investing. Then once you invest in your body and your lens and the area that you want, then start investing in your lighting. If you're into an area of photography that causes for lighting. If you're doing landscape photography, you're not really looking for lighting, all right? Because the ambient is your lighting. But you guys, you have to invest in yourself, and you have to invest in your craft. Now, there's a difference between investing in yourself, and there is a difference between investing in your craft. Those are two different things. Investing in yourself is knowledge. Is knowledge of photography. Is knowing your stops, knowing your dynamic ranges, knowing your equipment inside and out. It is knowing photography. It is knowing lighting. It is knowing how to work in different situations. It is knowing. That's what investing in yourself is. It's about learning how to edit. It's about learning it's about learning composition. It's about learning proper framing. It's about learning the basics of photography. I could ask somebody right now and tell me how many stops of light are between 1.4 and 2.8. Half the people that I will probably ask that don't even know, because we don't know the basics of photography. Should you know that? Yes, you should. But we get away from the basics of photography, and I really believe that the more knowledge you have, the more you can teach other people, spread the word, the more money that you make. It doesn't do anything but make you a more versatile photographer. But you have to invest in yourself as a photographer, even models. Check this out. And this is really, really important for photographers and models. As a model, you have to invest in your craft as a model. I have been on set with so many models who don't know the difference, who don't know how to pose, who don't know anything about facial expressions, who don't know about charisma, who don't know about character, and a lot of different things, because they're not invested in their modeling. They're just really just taking pictures. If you work with a photographer that's doing flash, basic 101 modeling would say to make your poses and adjust them to the position of your flash. They even teach that on America's Next Top Model. You have to know the basics of modeling. If you don't, you need to invest in yourself. You need to learn about facial expressions. You need to learn how to draw your audience into your models, into your poses. You need to know how to elongate. You need to know a lot of different things about modeling. If modeling is your passion, and that's something that you want to get into, but it's probably not. I've met few models and supermodels in my time as a photographer. And they will tell you it is very, very high work. There's a lot of investing for modeling. When you model, you have to put together a portfolio. When you go on go-sees and when you go to meet with designers, your portfolio should be in a certain order. Your pictures should resonate about you. Your pictures should be amazing. To get amazing pictures, you have to invest in modeling. You have to get with amazing photographers. You have to look at their work. You need to see what they produce in order to get those pictures for your portfolio. If modeling is an area of expertise and professionalism that you want to get into, that you want to see yourself on somebody's runway one day, or see yourself in somebody's magazine one day. But it depends on what your passion is. What is your what is your end goal? And you photographers should be asking people that. A lot of us photographers, when we deal with models, check this out. When you guys deal with models, you look through their social media. I'm about to put my photographers on blast right now. I'm sorry, I gotta do it. When you guys look for models, I believe as a photographer, when you look for models, you are looking for the wrong thing in models. I can look at a model's page. I can look at their pictures. I can look at all their work, and I can tell if they know what they're doing and what they're not doing. I really can't. Because I can see it in their face. I can see it in their expression. I can see it in their posing. I can see if they go above and beyond. I can see if they go the extra mile in their modeling. A lot of you guys just are looking for a pretty face. And when I see half of the pictures that I see, the model has no expression. They have no charisma. They have no character. All right, sorry about that. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So, technical difficulties. Sorry about that. That was my bad. Let me go to the chat, make sure we're still good. Hold on one second. One second. I'm trying to make sure we all good. We good. We good. What up? Shiny Florida's in the building. All right. DC7 said trick question. That's not a trick question. I call them snapshot models. Go away right there. Sony cameras are going to go away. Bro, what are you talking about? All right, I think we're good. All right, hey, type in the chat. Make sure you guys are good. If you can, make sure we got reconnected. We should be reconnected now. I just want to make sure we all good. We had a quick disconnect, so okay. I see. Never mind. I see you typing. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Okay, yeah, we're good. I see. I just want to make sure, I mean, it's equipment, it's electronics, shit happens. So, but anyway, free softbox. What? You almost made me cough on. You almost made me choke, bro. We're talking about a free softbox. But anyway, yeah. So, you gotta invest, and like I said, I was talking about models. Like I said, half of these models, man, you guys need to watch what you going for when you get with these models. I work with a lot of first time models, but posing and facial expressions is one of my many fortes. I love posing, and I love working with models with their facial expressions, because I know what draws the audience in, and I know what I'm looking for when I pose a model. But you have to know, a lot of people have a trouble with a lot of posing. And a lot of people have trouble with facial expressions. I won't take, a lot of times when I get on set, I won't even take the picture. Until my model is giving me something, I'm not going to take the picture. But you guys need to watch that. When you go and check out these models, or you're going to ask people to shoot with you or do a TFP or pay or whatever the case may be, look through their page. There's a lot that ask somebody who calls themselves a model. There's a lot of things that you can look for on their page and see if they actually know what they're doing. You can look at, some of their work that they already done. You can look at what they shoot, how they shoot. You can look at their expression. You can look at their pose. If you go to a model's page, because I have to do this quotation thing, because everybody is not a model. They use this word model so loosely. I mean, you're a person and really you're taking pictures. But like I said, what are you doing to actually become a model? Are you actually going to trying to get signed? Are you actually trying to become a professional model? Or are you just an Instagram person or a Facebook person? So, but guys, to improve your stuff, look at these things when you're actually asking people to take pictures. All right, look at these traits. It'll tell you what type of person that you're asking about. We're trying to shoot. It's not all about the body, and it's not all about their facial features, and oh, she's cute. Most cute girls don't make good models. So I mean, that's just the way it is, because I found that most cute girls don't know shit about, but most of them don't know nothing about posing. Most of them don't know nothing about, they get on there and be like, okay, I'm ready to shoot. They might be all dressed, they might be all tight, got the bodysuit on or whatever. None of them know nothing about posing. I worked with so many top-notch females. They don't know jack about pose. They don't know jack about modeling. You should be able to get on, when you model, you should be able to get on the set and throw out, you should be able to model for at least an hour and a half. You should be able to, and as a photographer, half of the photographers that I teach and mentor, I tell them, when you get on the set, you should be able to model in a person for at least an hour and a half with different poses, different everything. You should be able to sit there and throw out poses for at least an hour and a half to do a photo shoot. You should be able to go on set and pose a model over and over and over and over and over dynamically and get some amazing shots. Because you have to think outside the box. You got to use your environment. You got to use creativity. You know, photography is about creativity. That's why I love it so much, because it makes you think. You get somebody, and especially when you work with different models, it's like, okay, what am I gonna do now? This person is different, different skin tone, different complexion, different attitude. How am I gonna create something out of this? That's why I love photography so much. But you guys have to invest in something. All right, let's take some questions. What y'all got? Sorry. Remember that. Good here, good. Yeah, model term is used very loosely as photographer is. That is. Photographer, yes, absolutely. Especially professional photographer. Professional photographer. I have no idea. I use model mayhem models. They end up mayhem. Oh my God, all for one. Lord have mercy. They end up mayhem. Yeah, it's just a profile in order to get out there. But I'm telling you, if you guys use this rule of thumb, you can narrow down good models. Half of you guys don't really care because you're just looking for somebody that has a pretty face, and you call them bunnies or whatever the case may be. Most of the time they are. But when I look at the pictures, I'm like, she sucks as a model. Like, that picture really, really sucks. And as a photographer, you're not doing anything to create a picture out of it. You are just allowing them to do what they want to. But you want them to show their body or show their butt or whatever the case may be, because everybody knows sex sells. But the pictures are horrible. Like, I'm not understanding. Like, you have to be able to create magic. You know, start creating something. Start getting the juices flowing. Think outside the box. Be creative. Quit going after girls just because they're thick or just because they're cute. Because thick, cute girls make the most horrible models. That's just plain and simple. Because they are used to people asking. What it is they're so used to people asking them to shoot. Hey, can you shoot with me? Hey, I saw your profile. Hey, I would love to get you in a shoot. Hey, look at your girl. You look great. I would love to get you in a shoot. I would love to get you in a shoot. Most of the time, it's horrendous. It just really is. But you don't care, because as long as you can get them in a shoot, and as long as you can get a nice thick girl in a shoot, then you're all great for it. And they make the most horrible models because they don't know how to model, but they depend on their physical attributes to sell themselves. Most of the time, it works. I don't know why, but in the area, if you were going professional, if you were going as a professional photographer, if you were going to get a job and you provided somebody with your portfolio as a professional photographer, and you just had a bunch of bunnies or a bunch of little thick girls in your portfolio, they would look at you like you were crazy. That's the way it is. So it really depends on your end goal. It depends on what you are trying to do as a photographer. Is social media the end for you? I don't know. Social media just might be it for you. You know, and you occasionally get a few jobs off of your social media. Hey, I saw your page. I would like to shoot with you. Can you shoot me for my birthday? Can you shoot me for this, for that? You get a few jobs off of social media. You do. You're not really marketing yourself because you know, and that's going to be the next one. I think we're going to talk about marketing in the next one, and how to market your brand. But it's not doing much. So before you actually ask people to model for you or to take pictures of you, maybe it's for content, maybe something like that, look at their page, because what you see on their page is exactly what you're probably going to get in your photo shoot. So Yeah. All right. What else we got? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go to some questions. Here we go. John Paul, have you bought the A7R4? A7R4. Oh, I'm sorry. Whew. A7R4, A7 III. Yes, I had it on the first day it came out. I had the first pre-order. Yes. Shit. If she ain't thick, I don't click. That's just like Mike. If you look at his work, it's exactly what I just talked about. See what I mean? Let's see here. John, do you pay for models or do they pay you? No. So that's another What's Up Wednesday. But no, I do not pay models. I don't have to pay for models. I have a ton of models that I work with. I have a lot of models who right now are actually still waiting to shoot with me because of the quality of my work. When you have really really good quality work, I have to say this in a way that I'm not seeming like I'm like boastering, because this is YouTube and everybody's going to have an opinion, but hopefully you guys can understand what I'm saying. But when you have really really good work, when you shoot really well, people line up to shoot with you. You don't have to pay for models. I don't see a reason. Tell me. So here's a question for everybody. Here's a question for all you guys. Tell me why why would you pay for a model? Somebody, let's talk about that. Why would you pay for a model? So and as you guys are answering that, then I will answer some more questions. Let's see here. Mikey got me rolling. She ain't think. Yep, that's him. Yo, what's up, Matt? Matt is in the building. What's going on, player? I take the ones who always have dress and put clothes on them. All right, that's great. Mikey ain't clicking. No wasting money. Car space. Yep. Need to come to Houston. I've been talking about Texas for a very long time, man. That's just out there, bro. Brew bro moment. Yep. Let's see, right, man. Fuck, I like H&M and Gap, Fashion Nova. Lord have mercy. But anyway, so yeah, it really depends. But yeah, I don't pay for models. A model doesn't have something that I have to pay for. You know, there's nothing about that might sound harsh if that comes out, but there's nothing about you as a model that I need to pay for, because I can find what I need in a model from the tons of models that I already have. So there is no need for me to pay for a model. No, I actually never paid for models. But when you have really good work, the way you shoot, the way you edit, models should be paying you to shoot them. In the fashion industry, in the modeling industry, models pay hundreds and thousands of dollars for amazing pictures and portraits. In the fashion industry, real models, real people who are trying to break into the modeling industry, I've met tons of them. Real people who are, let me say that again. Real people, real models, real aspiring models who are trying to break into the modeling industry, they pay thousands and thousands of dollars for top-notch, top-quality pictures in order to get them to breaking into the modeling industry. They pay a lot of money. And models pay for those top quality pictures. A model can look at your page right now, all of you photographers. A real model can look at your page and be like, yes, I want to shoot with you. No, I don't want to shoot with you. You know, your work speaks for yourself. What kind of work do you have? What does your portfolio say about you as a photographer? Do you shoot everybody? Do you shoot whites? Do you shoot black people? Do you shoot males? Do you shoot females? Do you just do boudoir? Do you do portraits? Do you do urban? Do you do fashion? Do you do elegance? Do you do couture? Do you do a lot of different areas? What does your what does your portfolio say about you as a photographer? What does I can look at your portfolio and see how well versed you are as a photographer. Um, a lot of models can actually see that. That's why a lot of models choose to shoot with you or choose not to shoot with you or say that you have good work and stuff like that. But again, it depends on you as a photographer. So no, I don't need to. I don't even need to pay for models. But no, when I first started off, it was a consideration. If you want to get with people who are really, if you want that pretty face, to help boost your portraits, boost your page, boost your portfolio, then I mean, I'm not telling you that there is something wrong with paying for models. Absolutely not, because they have to they have to hustle just like we have to hustle just like they have to hustle. I'm not telling you that paying for a model is a bad thing. I'm not telling models that they shouldn't charge for their time and everything either. But if you're starting off and you want to build that quick, you know, portfolio, then a lot of times people pay for models. So, but yeah. All right, what else we got? Hey, what's going on? Hey, that's my big brother. Christopher Nelson is in the building. What's going on, bro? I would pay for a model to gain experience. Exactly what I just said. Most people who start off in photography who want that, you know, face or want that pretty face on their page or in their portfolio, they will pay for models to get them started, to get them that nice push, to elevate them, to get them that nice push in the industry. So, like I said, there's nothing wrong with doing it. I mean, I just didn't. Thank God, I worked hard when I first started in photography, and I learned so much in a short amount of time that my work really, really, really took off. And people was, hey, I want to shoot with you. Hey, I want to shoot with you. And I was like, oh, well, I think I might be able to do this thing. I think I might have some type of gift or talent. So yeah. Anyway, what's up? All right, Mikey says, I would pay for a model if I was hired by a brand to get a certain look and needed it for a book. That's true. I can see that also. If you are hired, but a lot of times if an agency hires you, they will pay for the models. It wouldn't come out of your pocket. Brands have hired me and I told them if I'm looking for somebody, then yeah, they have to pay for the model also. But yeah, it doesn't come out of my pocket, no. Let me see. Models pay, but models also get paid. How do you think the big time models get? Exactly, they do get paid also. How do your models feel about that statement? They understand. My models understand completely. I have models that are on my team as Brandon Co Photography, people who actually come out to help me create content. In exchange, they get some amazing, amazing images. And they are great with that because to get the type of quality that I produce, especially in VA or my area, to get quality like this, people pay thousands of dollars to get. So to get that type of quality free, in exchange for time or content or whatever, my models absolutely love it. And I don't have a lot of models who do that. I only have a select few models who I keep on my team in order to help me release YouTube content to you guys. I have a lot of other clients. Everybody else is my clients. So I never pay locally, but when I go to Vegas, I pay. That is also a good statement. That is also a true statement. Also, WPPI, you might need to shell out a few bucks unless you take a model with you. I have a model, so I don't have to do that. So I don't have to worry about that. But if I want a fresh face, if I want somebody for their time, yeah, absolutely. Of course, yeah, definitely. I've asked models to shoot that I would charge that I thought would charge me, only to find out they charged my homies. Now a lot of times they would do that after looking at your stuff and being like, yo, his stuff is dope. But they can look at all your other homies' stuff and be like, they stuff is trash. So yeah, I'm gonna charge them. Models understand also. They can look at your work and be like, "Yo, okay, your work ain't that good, so I don't mind spending some time with you, but I'm probably going to charge you. But if you are a top, if you're a big professional photographer or somebody who knows what they're doing and your work speaks for yourself, a lot of times they will be happy to come out and just shoot with you just to get some amazing pictures, because it also helps their portfolio also. So let me see. Beauty can make crawl like dog. How would you be able to market yourself to get models if you never shot models before? I would like to shoot models, but if there is some kind of ad sense to scoop them, I do nature but want to branch off. Really, really, really good question. So, if you're just getting started in portrait photographers, I always tell people start off with friends and family, and ask them to help you shoot. Now check this out. This is for all of you guys who are getting started in portrait photographers, or if you want help in order to get models to reach out to models for help or assistance with shooting portraits. I'm going to tell you, and I did this on my other What's Up Wednesday. I'm going to tell you right now how to shoot with models, or how to get models to help you out with your portraits and to help you with your portfolio. So, and this is for John, because John said that how would you market yourself in order to get models? This is what you have to do. John said he does mostly nature, landscape, stuff like that. So John probably doesn't have a established portfolio with models and stuff. So, John, this is what you do, because I've been there before. There's starting off in portrait photography. There's a few things. First thing, I would ask family. I would ask some close friends, relatives, if you have females, males, who don't mind coming out, helping you, taking pictures of them so you can help start. Then I would do that. If you don't have nobody and they don't look good, or whatever the case may be, why you don't want to shoot family or friends, I have to throw it out there, because everybody like, I ain't shooting my friends, I ain't shooting my family, they ratchet, they ugly, whatever. Then this is how you do it. So if you don't have friends or family that you can get, you can go to Facebook groups. If you live in Atlanta, or if you live in one of these areas, go to these Facebook groups and reach out to some of these Facebook groups that has models and photographers in it. Go to Instagram, look up, different hashtags for your local area. If you live in Washington State, like my brother, look up Washington models, or look up Atlanta models, or use different type of hashtags, ATL models, things like that. When you come across a model that you would like to shoot, or a person that takes good pictures and you would like to shoot, my biggest thing is you have to be honest with yourself, and you have to be honest with the model. The more honest you are, the better chance you would have to start shooting with models. This is how you do it. When I first got started, I would reach out to models. Now, I'm going to do this off the top of my head, all right? Because I don't have to really do this more, but I'm going to do this off the top of my head. So if I was reaching out to a model, I'm thinking like 5-6 years ago, I've never shot with models before, or I'm starting to get into photography and I'm seeing all these beautiful women on here, all these people in my area, and I was like, yo, I want to shoot with her. Yo, I want to shoot with her. How do you reach out to them and ask them and get their help in shooting with them without paying them? Let me say that again. How do you get help from these local models or models around your area where you don't have experience, or you don't have an established portfolio for shooting with models, and you're trying to get with models but not pay them at the same time? This is how you do it. First thing is, you can't be scared of rejection, all right? Because a lot of them are going to say no, or some of them going to say yes. But this is what you do. You have to be honest with them. You have to be honest with yourself. So what I do is I reach out to them and I say, hey, check it out. Here we go. All right, you ready? Scene. All right, so I reach out to him and I say, hey, my name is, my name is Brandon Cole. I'm a photographer in the local area. I see that you're local also. I am very, very passionate about photography. It's something that I really would like to do, and I see that you have some great pictures on your page. You look like an amazing person, amazing model. I don't know how much you have modeled before, but if I could get like 30 minutes or like an hour of your time, maybe one day during this week or whenever you're available, I would love to get some pictures of you to help me boost my portfolio, to help me get started. And in exchange, I would be more than willing to give you the pictures from the shoot so we can help each other out. If you're okay with that, please get back with me and let me know a day when you're available. And I would love to work with you. I would love to collaborate with you. But definitely, I mean, if you don't, then it's okay. But if you can find it, if you can find an hour or two, an hour or so of your time, to do like a trade for some prints or some TFP shots just to help me out or, to help me get started, I will absolutely love that. A lot of times, 90% of the time, they will respond and be like, that's great. I would love to help you out. Or that's great. I would love to do that. I'm free this day or this day at this time. Does that work for you? About 95, 97% of the time that I have sent that message, I've never got rejected. I've gotten a few people that are saying, well, hey, I don't do TFP shoots anymore. But I don't mind doing one for you since you were honest with me. Or you might get someone to be like, well, I appreciate you for reaching out, but I don't do TFP shoots anymore. These are my rates or whatever. And that's fine also. But be honest with the models. I would type that out, what I just told you, how I respond. I would type that out. I would copy it, and I would send that message to like 30 or 40 different people. And I would send that message out just the way I said it. And I would get responses, even if I got 10 or 15 people back. I didn't have to pay them, and they were willing to work with me. And after a while, after being on set with people, after working with them, after working with models so long, it became second nature. After a few TFP shots, I was good. I was knocking them back then. I was learning off-camera flash. I was learning lighting. I was learning exposure. I would go out. I would do a photo shoot. I would take it back home. Then I would do some more research online. I would look at my pictures. I was like, yo, my lighting and everything is off. I'm starting to get involved with off-camera flash. My exposure is off. My model is bright as I don't know what. There's no catch lights in her eyes. Like, what am I doing wrong? I would go. I would do some research. I would check out other people's videos. I would load up the next photo shoot, get on set, try to fix those things that I could not, try to fix those things that I researched about, bring those next set of pictures back, look at them. Okay, I improved here, but I'm cutting off her hands. I'm cutting off her arms. I'm cutting off her legs. This does not look right. Like, I got half the body. What I need to look at my framing. I need to look at composition. I will go do some research, check some videos, load up the next photo shoot, go to the next photo shoot. Okay, I know I need to be a little bit more back. I know I need to get a little bit more in the picture. If I'm going to shoot from head or get a 3/4 shot, this person said that I need to shoot from here to here. And after a while, going back and forth, the light bulb started to click. Do you hear what I'm saying? It started to connect. But you as a photographer, you can't be afraid of people. You can't be afraid to fail. You cannot be afraid to talk. You need to open your mouth in order to get what you need as a photographer. And that's how you do it. That is exactly how you do it. Front to back. That's how your boy did it. And it paid off after a few years. Now I'm a beast. So, whatever. I hope you guys understood that. So, all right, questions. Let's see what you got. Model man. He said, thanks for the kind advice. No problem. It's a trip how some models charge others, but then I hear from others that they pay the models couldn't model. How often do you think I should post on my Instagram as a new photographer? How often do I think you should post on Instagram as a new photographer? That's a good question. Um, it depends on your work. It really, really does. Because I say that to say this. You don't want to post stuff that is not going to resonate with your audience. You don't want to post stuff just to post stuff. You want to make sure whatever you're posting is going to be good. You know, you post when you feel like you have something dope to post. There are some people that post. I used to post every day, but as my editing got better, as my pictures became better, I stopped posting every day because I started taking time in order to go through the fine details to do dodge and burn, to do frequency separation, to make sure my pictures, and to learning how to leave texture. And I stopped posting like that because I wanted to make sure, as I got more followers and people started appreciating my work and people started liking what I was posting, I said, okay, I just can't give these people anything. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not going to look good. I have a reputation. So I have to make sure whatever I post, I have taken time to make sure that I have invested in that picture before I post it, because that is my name, that is my work, that is my quality on that picture. So I take about a day or two now to post something, to work on the picture before it goes out. So that's why I don't post that often now. But I still do try to post at least once every like 2 days. Sometimes it might be 3 days. I don't know. It really just depends. But when you also do other content like YouTube videos and, working with things like that, man, a lot of those things take a toll on when you post and stuff. But as a new photographer, I think you should, get some pictures and just come out the gate and just blast. Get your name out there. People start seeing you. People start seeing who you are. I will start you got to get your stuff out there. But don't just throw no trash out there, I'm telling you, because there are some really honest there are some really honest people out there, and they're going to let you know, like, yo, your stuff is jacked. So it just depends, bro. Let me see here. I have been on Facebook groups. I found a good group. There was 13 models. The only problem is there were 18 other photographers shooting over the shoulder. Shooting over your shoulder. It's fine. But here's the thing. You have to be persistent. Persistence always wins. So a lot of people will shoot their shot once. Be persistent. If that's somebody that you want to shoot with, or if that's somebody who has a good look that you want, you just have to be persistent, man. That's all it is. Just be persistent. Let's see here. That's dope. Thanks, man. I totally get all the great advice. Definitely. If you could only choose Canon, if I could only choose Canon, would you invest in the R or wait for the EOS R Mark II or get the 5D Mark III? Well, mirrorless is the future. I love my DSLRs because, as you know, I came from Canon. I shot with almost every camera that Canon has, from all the crop sensors like the 7D, the 70-70, the 70D, the 80D, the 5D Mark III, the 5D Mark IV. I have shot with a lot of Canon cameras. I had invested in a lot of Canon glass. Today, I don't know much about the EOS R Mark II, so I can't really comment on that. I can say that the EOS R is a great, great camera. As you know, they just recently had an update to the EOS R to improve the eye autofocus, and it is really good. My buddy Manny, who goes on a lot of my shoots to help me out, he has the EOS R, And we did a video not too long ago where we did a tracking comparison between the A7 III and the EOS R, the eye autofocus. And I was surprised, even moving in and out. I mean, we did everything from moving out of frame, moving in a frame, moving going all the way back, coming forward. We did a big autofocus test, and I was surprised on how well the EOS R kept up. Another reason I would say go with the EOS R is because of the RF lenses. Now, yes, the RF lenses are very, very, very expensive. We actually know that. I would definitely say just get one and deal with it. If I had to get I am still thinking about getting the EOS R because I love it so much. I did a photo shoot with it, as you can look on my YouTube channel. The EOS R is an amazing camera. I'm sorry, I love Sony. I'm Sony today. You know, I'm Sony to heart. The EOS R is an amazing camera. And here's the thing. It also, in video, a lot of people don't talk about this, but let me tell you guys something else about the EOS R that you might not know. The EOS R is not only an amazing portrait camera, it is an astounding video camera. Do you know why the EOS R is such an amazing video camera? Because the EOS R, the GH5, and the Nikon Z6 and Z7 are the only cameras really that shoot in 10-bit 422 color depth. If you don't know the difference between 8-bit and 10-bit in video, you should see the difference. The EOS R, just like the GH5 and the Nikon Z6 and Z7, with an external recorder like the Atomos Ninja 5, it can output 10-bit 422. None of Sony cameras can do that. That's why everybody's waiting on like the A7S III or something to hopefully it's going to have, I'm sure it's going to have 10-bit 422. But right now, everything is 420 or is 8-bit. 8-bit 420. We can't output that type of color depth. If you don't know what 10-bit means versus 8-bit, I highly recommend you go do some research, because as a professional photographer, that's one of the things that I had to educate myself on a very long time ago, so I can talk about it. But the EOS R, not only again is a really good portrait camera, it is amazing for video work. It is absolutely amazing. It has DPath. It has it can output 10-bit at 422, which means your color depth, your colors in the EOS R is going to look better than any Sony camera. It's going to look better than any Sony camera because you can unlock it when you hook it up to an external recorder. Absolutely incredible. If you haven't saw the video of the EOS R, I highly recommend you guys go check out video footage of the EOS R actually hooked up to an Atomos Ninja where it can unlock the 10-bit color depth. If you think I'm lying, try me. Try me. Anyway, but yes, EOS R is an amazing camera. And yeah, for your question, I would definitely invest in the EOS R. It's the same price as the A7 III. And like I said, you said Sony, so I'm sorry, you said Canon only, so yes, Canon only. But I would definitely check out the EOS R and save up your coins and definitely look into the RF lenses in the future. But the adapter RF to EF mount, because Sony full frame lenses are EF mount, the adapter works absolutely amazing with Canon's EF lenses that they already have. So you can go ahead and grab like an 85-1.8. Go ahead and grab a few lenses for really, really cheap, because Canon lenses have been around for ages and Canon lenses are still kicking like crazy. And you can get some amazing lenses for very, 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 very cheap. I mean, hell, you can get the 70 to 200 2.8 for like $700 right now, as long as it's not the Mark III. But I know a lot about Canon. I still keep up with Canon. I know my Canon stuff is just as well as I know my Sony stuff. But definitely highly recommend the EOS R over any other of those cameras that you just said. So, yeah. Let's see here. I love the EOS R. The X-T3 Fuji. I didn't know the X-T3 shot. I don't. Are you sure? I have to look that up. I didn't know that. X-T3 might, but I don't shoot Fuji a lot. But yeah, definitely. If it does, that's dope. We can add the X-T3 to the list. So X-T3 can also do it, from what I'm being told. I usually do older DSLRs, but I think eye autofocus is the technology used for. Yep. Man, Canon is going to be to do them thing. Let's see. I use Sigma Art. Does Sigma Art I use Sigma Art. Does Sigma work good with the? Yes. Sigma lenses work absolutely amazing with the EOS R. I put on the 35-1.4. It was a Canon lens, which is your EF lens. But I used the 35-1.4 and I used the 85-1.4 Sigma from a friend of mine. It's not the ones that I own. This is the new Sigma 35mm 1.2. I just had to show you guys that, but it's the 35 1.2. This is a 35 1.2. Just to let you know. But no. But I used these Sigma lenses on the EOS R, and they worked absolutely fantastic. They worked amazing. The adapter is absolutely great. I love that I love that EOS R. I still love those colors, man. I really do. I'm still this close to just getting one and then just having it. I just want it. I don't need it, but I just want the EOS R. I don't know. It's just amazing. I shot with it a long time ago, and I just loved it. I did. I'm sorry, I did. So, let's see here. That's a very underrated reason why you stay at Brandy. Let's see. The new Nikon Canon lenses, therefore their numerous cameras are stellar, and is a big reason. The new Nikon and Canon lenses. The new Canon lenses are absolutely incredible, but a lot of people don't have $2,500 to throw away on one lens. If I was to get if I was going Canon, let's put this out here. If I was going Canon, if I'm a portrait photographer, if I was going Canon, I would grab the EOS R. Let's be clear. I would grab the EOS R. I would probably only grab one RF lens. Just one. I would have to invest, and I will only need one lens. That lens that I would get if I was getting the EOS R would be the 24-70 f2. It's amazing for portraits, and it's incredible for video because it goes 24 millimeters to 70. But it also is $2,800. Before, when I was talking about getting the EOS R, I was going to get the 50mm 1.4 because the 50mm is probably the best 50 RF that I've probably ever used. I love the Sigma 50-1.4, but the RF 1.4 is just absolutely incredible. It's amazing. But if I had to get one, I would be at the EOS R, and I would get the 24-70, and that would probably be it ever for me. Yeah. Video and portraits. Perfect. Anyway, let's see here. I was sold on Sony, but after looking at all the videos and already being familiar with Nikon, the Z6 is starting to grow as a new... I don't know about that. The Z6 is... I used it once. I haven't used it in a photo shoot yet. I do know that they are updating firmware. I'm not a Nikon guy. I know Mikey knows about the update, but I do know that they're bringing eye autofocus to the Nikon line. I do know that they just recently came out with a few new Nikon lenses. But I've never shot Nikon. I've never been a Nikon guy. I never just could not get into their menu system. I've shot everything under the sun. I've shot Fuji. I've shot Canon. I've shot Sony. I've shot Panasonic. I could never get into the Nikon. I just can't. So any Nikon questions that you have, ask them in a room for the Nikon guy there, and I'm sure he'll be able to help you with Nikon. Don't ever ask me anything about Nikon. But it's funny because I was thinking about getting the Nikon Z6 not too long ago. But I think there was something that I found out about the Nikon Z6 that made me not think about getting it anymore. I can't remember what it was. I think it was eye autofocus and a few other things. But yeah, I couldn't get into the Nikon Z6 or Z7. I just can't. So I don't know. To each his own. Whatever. The best is that is the Z6 is definitely not the best mirrorless camera under 2000. It is definitely not better than the A7 III. We're not going to go there. It doesn't have any. It is not nowhere near faster than the A7 III. So yeah, pound for pound, like spec for spec, the A7 III is still the best mirrorless camera under $2,000. Hands down. Hands down. Hands down. 4K, dual cards, everything, joystick, everything that has it, there's definitely not. No. You can't beat that. You cannot beat the A7 III. No mirrorless camera under $2,000 can beat the A7 III right now. You just can't. Hands down. Hands down. All right, so let's see here. Yeah, there it is. All right, so, but anyway, I want to thank you guys for checking out this week's What's Up Wednesday. We had some great conversations. I love doing this, man. So I think, I was going to tell you guys about the next city. So we are thinking about going to North Carolina, Charlotte area. If there's any Charlotte people, North Carolina people in the building, let me know. But I'm going to tell you 3 cities that we are thinking about going to next. As you guys know, I will be in Atlanta all weekend this week, chopping it up with the Atlanta photographers. The next 3 cities on the list are these 3 cities. Here we go. We're thinking about going to the North Carolina area, Charlotte area. We are thinking about going to D.C. I'm sorry, it's 4. D.C., stand over this way, going up to the D.C., Maryland area. We are thinking of going back Midwest, Chicago area, if you guys don't know. Chicago, I'm from Indiana, so Indiana Midwest. Or the last one was, what was the last one? Was it Detroit? I have to look it up. I have it on my paper in there. It was not New York because we already went to New York. No, it was Florida. Sorry. It was Florida. So, D.C., Maryland, North Carolina, Charlotte area, Chicago or Midwest, somewhere around that area, or Florida. I'm going to say it again. North Carolina, Charlotte, whatever. Florida area, whether it be like Miami or I don't know, somewhere around there. So, damn, I lost my train of thought again. Y'all confused me. Hold on. D.C., Maryland, Florida, Midwest, like Chi-Town, my area, Indiana, my area, or damn, I forgot the other one now. Damn. North Carolina. Okay, yeah, that's it. North Carolina, Florida, D.C., Maryland, Chicago. Yeah, there you go. Those 4. So I got to figure out where I'm going to go. Does anybody in here from any of those areas, around those areas? Where should we go next? Because this week we're traveling to Atlanta. Going to be down to Atlanta. We're going to be chopping it up in ATL, Hot Atlanta. And, yeah, it's going to be dope. So where are we going? Let's see here. What we got? Let's see here. Yo, bro, we are glad to be here with you. Appreciate it. You should check in on your nephews while you're... Yes, bro. I plan on it. Still not Washington State. That's because you are on the other side of the country, fam. Lord, I can't drive out there, man. I gotta keep the distance close or decent. Philly. I got a lot of people in Philly. Tamika is from Philly, so yeah. Let's see here. Yo, if you guys don't know, I gotta do this one time. If you guys don't know, that is, I'm not saying that like brother. I'm saying that is my biological brother, my older brother. He is retired Army. He lives in Washington State. So Mikey, that's why I was always talking about coming out there, because my real brother, who is in chat, lives in Washington State. I have family there. But that is my real brother, if you guys don't know. My mother, oldest son. I am the baby. So that's my older brother. But anyway, that's my real brother. Everybody's like, I know you guys talking about like, yo, that's his brother. Like, no, that's my real brother, fool. All right. So anyway, let's see here. You should come to Toronto. If you guys send for me, I will come to Toronto. I do not care. You guys got Daryl Hosting out there. I don't mind going out there. He's a cool dude. I am going on the beach bass shoot on the 9th. Let's see. Siesta Key, come down. Okay. Let me know when you decide to hit Vegas. You know what? Vegas. I would love to go to Vegas, man. Vegas is not driving distance for me. Vegas is flying. I would have to fly. I don't want to have to fly. Unless somebody pays, unless you get like 10 or 15 different photographers together and you guys send for me, then I'll come. Like I always do. Atlanta, send for me, I am coming. That's how it goes. Let's see. Texas. Everybody keeps saying come to Texas. Man, you guys have so many photographers in Texas. You got Francisco, you got Kedron, you got Matt down there, Matt Reyes, you got Eli, you got... you guys got so many people in Atlanta. That's just crazy down there. Atlanta's like on lock. Atlanta's on lock. I mean, I'm sorry, Texas is on lock, bro. Let's see here. Ike, if you headed this way, WPPI, yep. If you come to Washington State, please do a photo walk or workshop. I would love to come. I'm gonna see if my brother can pay for me to come out to Washington State. I would like to come to the east, to the West Coast. That'd be pretty dope. Ask my brother to pay for me to come out there. Let's see here. Dale, you won't come here for family. No, you stupid. Yeah, kind of. I can't go to WPPI next year. As you guys know, Trump got some things going on. So I already talked to people in my other chat to say if things take the wrong turn, I might have to be out of here anyway, doing my military thing. So we'll see. We'll have to see. So anyway, I'm going to keep you guys posted on the next photo walk. At the next What's Up Wednesday in 2 weeks, I will let you guys know where we are going. I plan to have it in stone by the next 2 weeks to find out where our next city is going to be at. But yeah, it's going to be dope. So thank you guys for rocking with me. Amazing conversation. Thank you. This is what it's all about. Giving back knowledge, taking questions, helping out, talking to people, just sharing knowledge with everybody, man. Don't ever get so high up to where you can't help people. There are a lot of photographers, I'm not gonna say no names, but there are a lot of photographers right now that much higher than me, when you ask people a lot of things sometimes, or, even on my same level, you ask them a lot of things sometimes, they just ignore you. So I have this as an outlet. I wanted to start something as an outlet for people up and coming in photography. I remember where I was when I first started. If you guys don't know anything else about me, I tell you this all the time. Every What's Up Wednesday. I remember where I was when I first started. I would reach out to people. I would ask questions. Hey, can you help me with this? Hey, can you look at my work? Hey, can you help me with editing? Hey, can you tell me about this? Hey, can you give me some advice? And I could not get help. I am self-taught. I did not go to school for photography. I did not do any of that. I taught myself over the years about every minute detail when it comes to photography. I taught myself. Nobody helped me. Everything from off-camera flash to lighting to natural light to LED to composition to framing to editing to shooting at daytime, shooting in the evening time, shooting at nighttime. Anything that encompasses photography. I am photography. Anything that has to do with photography, I trained myself by myself because I could not get help from people when I asked questions. So I always wanted to do something that would be an outlet for new photographers to ask questions to professional photographers to get their questions answered, whether it be about marketing, whether it be about business, whether it be about, I don't care if it's about your household. If you're having problems at home with your, your loved one, if they have a problem with you doing photography, if, anything that you have to do with photography, I wanted it to be something where you could get other photographers in a room and you could talk and get the information that you need to help you with your photography, to help you with your journey to become a professional photographer. And that's why I started this, because I didn't want to be one of those people who could not take time out to help out other people. I don't come from that. I wasn't raised like that. So I'm always looking to help the next person. So that's why we have What's Up Wednesdays. So I had to move it to every 2 weeks because every week was just really, really hard. So 2 weeks, come back for the next What's Up Wednesday. Make sure you guys bring your questions, bring your chicken, and maybe we can get some few people on. I know Mikey showed me how to do StreamYard. So the next What's Up Wednesday, I'm going to try to get about 4 or 5 people on together so we can all talk and have a good conversation. And so you guys can actually hear from other photographers. Also, new photographers, people just coming into photography, whatever. It don't matter. So we use this as an outlet for everybody. So make sure you guys are subscribed to our YouTube channel. And yeah. Any last by the ways? I'm sorry. Let's see here. What we got? I'm answering the last by the ways. Love you too, brother. Appreciate it. B there as a if you scared you if you say scared you say you scared. That's right. That's right. I definitely appreciate you taking the time. No problem. That's what we do. You need to be doing workshops. Definitely. See, you just pulled a shit. I have a master's in photography. Just kidding. That's dope. Yo, if y'all ain't got nothing else, holla at your boy. The next photo shoot, I will not be releasing a video this week because I will be in Atlanta, so I won't have time. The next video coming out is going to be, I'm going to try to get it out early next week, about Wednesday. It is going to be the photo shoot with Sony sent us the 16, their new 2 crop sensor lenses, the 16 to 55 and the 70 to 350, whatever. We're going to get that video out to you guys next week. And then following that, we're also going to have a small video, some comparisons between the A7R4 and the Fuji 50R medium format camera. Like I said, it wasn't a big photo shoot, so I don't want you guys to look at it like that. It was just a time for me to get them out there, take some pictures, see how the files and everything compares to each other. So that we have some fun doing that. So those are going to be our next 2. Oh, I'm sorry, our next 3, and it's going to be with the 35. It's going to be our next 3 videos coming out. So definitely appreciate you guys. Let me see. B, you can take a hop out of Washington military. Yeah, I know exactly, right? That would be great. Which of your videos were messing with the EOS R? Good question. You want me to look it up for you? Let me see. I'll look it up for you. It was with the EOS R. I give you the name of the video, but yeah, it should have it actually on the It should actually have it on the front of the page or whatever. But it is called. Oh no, I have to find it. I gotta look through it, man. It's on there. It's on EOS R. But check it out. I I don't have it. I can't get to it on here because I don't know. But yeah, check out the video on the EOS R, man. I wish I could go in here and try to find it for you. But let me see here. I don't know if it's yeah, I have to look through my stuff. But yeah, definitely go on my channel and check it out, man. It's on there. If you send me a direct message or whatever, I'll be more than welcome to message you and send you the link to the video. But yeah, or just check out my channel, go through my videos, and you'll see it on there. It's in the off-camera flash section, so check out that video. So yep, yeah, definitely. All right, well, hey, that's my time, guys. I really thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. Much love. Peace and hair grease, and we'll check you out in the next video. Holla at your boy, and keep pushing. Make it work. Make it work.